My dad was the treasurer of the San Francisco branch of the Hells Angels. My mom was a very wild woman. She had multiple personality disorder. So she was actually like 7, 8 people. Not all of them are human though. One of them is like a fairy. I really loved that one. They all have different habits, do different drugs. They listen to different music. One of them was like a boss biker chick that would literally kick anybody's ass and like try to stab people. She liked to rob banks. My mother robbed a bank with her first husband. She just pinned everything on her man at the time, and like, yeah, he got deported. I was like literally homeless, living in crazy hotels on some weird drug adventure with a crazy lady with multiple personality disorder. I actually have like a 4-inch scar on my left boob from getting stabbed in the chest when I was like 7. So that's how I was literally brought up. So CPS, Child Protective Services, basically enters your home and takes you. They'll handcuff you, even if you're a kid. They handcuffed my sister. It's literally like one of those weird movies where you see people like pull up in a car and then they're like, you're coming with, it's like they'll take you and place you into a random person's house. We had to get fully clothed because we weren't wearing a lot of clothes. I actually hadn't started school until I was put into the foster care system because of how recklessly my mother lived. So I didn't start school until I was in like 3rd grade. I was literally bought by people. That's what happens when you're adopted. And they got to change my name. They change your parents on your birth certificate. I have 2 birth certificates. The people that I was adopted by, they were very toxic and unhealthy for me. And I went through a lot of extreme things there. I don't think there's like that many people, for one, that are normal and actually want to take in kids. Most of the time, they just end up being pedophiles. Let's be real. How many people do you know would just take somebody in? You have a homie of yours stay on your couch, it's a problem. Imagine having like a lot of babies. I think it's mostly pedophiles that get into it, to be honest. I know that there's good families. I didn't experience any of them. I was with about a dozen families. None of the adults that I interacted with for a long time, 1 made any sense, or 2 had good intentions. My mother was literally trying to find us and would attempt to kill my foster parents occasionally. And one of them was a social worker. She tried to run over after a court date that went really bad. You have a lot of court dates. Your parents get to try to get you back. But my sister kept giving her our new addresses. Not everybody handles separation from their parents the same. I got removed from my mother. I didn't miss her. I didn't miss anybody. She's not here, I'm doing something else. And my sister never got rid of that, and she never stopped talking to my biological mother, and they both do meth together. You could allow yourself to just like cling to a part of your life you'll never touch again, and you could try to recreate moments for yourself. It's only gonna hurt you. My mom would try to go and literally kill people. She was recently placed in a mental hospital, and she's going through her own stuff. There comes a point where like we always think that we have lots of time, and we have lots of room to make mistakes. I'm allowed to make mistakes right now because I'm young. I'm allowed to make mistakes right now because I'm sad. But honestly, it's just a waste of time. And if you know that you're just going through a phase, just let it be a phase. Just get rid of it as soon as possible. Heal yourself so you could be yourself, so you don't have to deal with, you know, having all the pain of your whole life. So, I don't know.